We regret to inform you that your species has been deemed insufficiently advanced for continued galactic participation. When the Venu arrived in Earth's orbit 3 years prior, humanity had experienced the expected range of reactions: fear, awe, religious fervor, and skepticism. The aliens were tall, elegant beings with skin that seemed to shift colors with their moves. They had presented themselves as mentors, a benevolent advanced civilization offering to guide humanity toward becoming a spacefaring species worthy of joining the galactic Concord. Dr. Alex Miller had been selected as humanity's primary scientific liaison. A geneticist with a background in evolutionary biology, Alex had spent the last 3 years working closely with the Venu scientist, Toll, studying what the aliens claimed were evolutionary accelerators, treatments that could help humans reach their species potential faster. But now this message: termination of the program, humanity deemed unworthy. "I don't understand," Alex said, pacing the laboratory that had been established beneath the UN headquarters in New York. "Our tests showed promise. The genetic markers were responding." Toll's skin flickered from its usual calm blue to a pensive purple. "The Concord's assessment is based on many factors. Your species shows excessive aggression, territorial disputes, and self-destructive tendencies." "That's not fair," protested James, Alex's research partner and husband. He pushed his glasses up his nose, a nervous habit. "We've made incredible progress in the last century alone. The decision is final," Toll said, skin now a regretful gray. "We depart in 7 of your days." After Toll left, Alex slumped into a chair. 3 years of work, all that knowledge about our genetic potential, just gone. James walked to the sample refrigerator. Not necessarily. Inside were vials of the catalyst compound the Venu had provided, the key to unlocking dormant genetic pathways that supposedly existed in human DNA. "They've been monitoring our official research," James said quietly, "but not what we do at home." Alex stared at the samples. "You want to steal Venu technology?" "That's not stealing," James interrupted. "Think about it, Alex. They've been studying us, but we've been studying them too. I've analyzed the catalyst. It doesn't do anything magical. It just triggers expression patterns already encoded in our DNA." That night, in their apartment overlooking Central Park, they made their decision. They carefully transported 3 vials of the catalyst, hidden in specialized containers to avoid Venu detection. "If the Concord is right about us being too aggressive and self-destructive," Alex reasoned, "then we need to prove them wrong. This catalyst could help us access the parts of our genome that encourage cooperation, empathy, and rational thinking." Their makeshift lab in their spare bedroom wasn't as sophisticated as the UN facility, but it was adequate. For 5 days straight, they worked tirelessly, modifying the catalyst based on their understanding of human genetic potential. The Venu approach was too broad, Alex explained as they worked. They were trying to advance too many traits at once, but what if we focused just on the cognitive and empathic pathways? On the 6th day, they had their modified compound. "We should test it," James said. Alex nodded. "On ourselves." "That's reckless," James protested. "We don't have time for caution. The Venu leave tomorrow. Besides, I trust our work." 2 injections later, they waited. At first, nothing happened. Then, gradually, Alex began to perceive subtle changes. Colors seemed more vivid. Thoughts flowed with unusual clarity, and most strikingly, there was a sense of connection to James, to the city beyond their windows, to humanity itself. "Are you feeling it?" Alex whispered. James nodded slowly. "It's like I can feel the patterns of thought around us. Not mind reading, but awareness." By morning, they understood what they had unlocked. Humans had always possessed the neural architecture for greater empathic connection and cognitive processing. It had simply remained dormant, perhaps evolutionarily reserved for a time when humanity would need it. That time was now. They dressed quickly and made their way to the UN headquarters, where the Venu were preparing for departure. Security recognized them and allowed them through. They were still officially part of the program until the Venu left. They'd found Toll supervising the dismantling of the laboratory. "We need to show you something," Alex said without preamble. Toll turned, skin shifting to surprise yellow. What have you done? Your neural patterns are different. We modified your catalyst, James explained, focused in on specific human potential. Impossible. The compound was calibrated for gradual species advancement over generations. Alex stepped forward. Your mistake was assuming humans would follow the same developmental path as Venu. We don't. Our genetic code contains different potential, different pathways. To demonstrate, Alex picked up a complex Venu calculation device that had confounded human scientists. Within moments, Alex had not only understood its operation, but improved its efficiency. James, meanwhile, was speaking to Toll in the Venu's native language, a feat that should have been impossible given the complex harmonic structures that human vocal cords couldn't typically produce. Toll's skin cycled rapidly through colors before settling on a deep gold never seen before. This is unprecedented. You've activated neural pathways we didn't detect in our studies. Because you were looking for reflections of yourselves, Alex explained. Human potential doesn't mirror Venu potential. We're different species with different evolutionary paths. Within hours, the Venu Concord representatives had gathered. The modified catalyst was tested under controlled conditions on volunteer scientists. The results were consistent. Humans weren't becoming like the Venu. They were becoming more deeply human, accessing latent abilities encoded in their DNA. The departure was postponed. Perhaps, said the Concord elder, skin shimmering with thoughtful indigo tones. We have been too rigid in our understanding of advancement. Your species has shown us that potential takes many forms. As the catalyst was carefully distributed to selected individuals across the globe, scientists, diplomats, teachers, and artists, humanity began a transformation not into something alien, but into what they had always had the potential to be. The message that reached the Galactic Concord a year later was simple. We thank you for your guidance. We have found our own path forward. Humanity is ready to join the stars as ourselves.